two characters that we are led to believe are going to be an integral piece of the story. So I want to ask you, between Inoskue and Zenitsu, who do you think is more important to the Demon Slayer storyline?
I would say, honestly, it really is like we always make comparisons to other fantasy fiction franchises, which is hard because a lot of them really can't be compared, but I think they're all one true integral part. Like, these three are the ones I think you're going to see until the very end. Like, these three, I mean, now I'm, who knows what happens with Fates, right? but these really are Harry, Ron, and Hermione Granger. Like, it's hard to say. I guess you could say like Nezuko's Hermione, maybe. I don't know. I guess this is our Harry, Fred, and George is what we got going on. But I guess like Ron. Yeah, like you said, like Zenitsu's definitely a Ron Weasley, but I think they're all an integral part because there's things that happen later on where literally without one piece of them, they don't make it to the next stop. So, like, they're all that significant. Now, there are going to be parts, where they don't have each other. There's one big season I'm thinking of where we don't see parts of these people very much. But, in terms of the overall series, I think they all play a very significant role because I can't really say one's more important than the other, because my opinion is at some point they're all going to wind up getting split up and are going to have to hold their own on very significant levels, not like this small little going through a room with a drum demon, which is really impressive at this moment in time, but at some point there's only so far you can go without running into one of the big dogs. I think that's what it's going to take. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts are, if I really had to pick one that I thought was more important than the other, I would, and it sucks because I don't like the character too much, but I would probably go with Zenitsu, and the reason being is there's just so much mystery to his character, his whole subconscious, and how he becomes a very formidable warrior when he's not himself and awake. When he's asleep, there's so much hidden about him, where you kind of you see what you get with Inosuke. That's really pretty much it. There's not a whole lot of I would say nuances to him. There's not a whole lot of grace or secrecy, or just there's just not a whole lot more. Like I said, the best way I can put it is with Inosuke, to where I've seen so far in Demon Slayer, he's more of a what you see is what you get character. And I'm not saying that what he does is easy, but I'm saying his durability is probably one of his greatest assets. At the end of the day, though, if you have someone just as durable, they can pretty much do the same shit Inosuke does. Where I've seen Zenitsu, at least to where we've watched up until on our end, do some shit you're just kind of like, there's more to this guy than we've seen so far. Like I don't want to give anything away, but he's very rudimentary in his abilities of what kind of forms he knows in certain types of breathing. But he's got something down pat. Like, I'll say that. And on top of it, you got to wonder if he can access that subconscious part of him voluntarily. What else could he do? Where like I said, I believe with Inosuke, you kind of get what you get.